Oh, we're finally doing this. I finally decided to sit down and actually record something like this. Well, yeah, it's that time of the year again where, like, I try to make something special, quote unquote, for, like, the channel's birthday. And just in case you don't know, in case I don't put it in the title or description or something like that, it is currently the channel's 13th birthday. 2012 is when the channel started, 2022 was the 10-year anniversary, 3 years later, yeah, 13th birthday. Just double checking on that. Because imagine if I just kept saying that throughout the whole, video, and, like, I don't even, like, realize that it's wrong. It's also weird as well, because again, I think I say this every time I'm recording a video now, but I don't really record videos anymore. I just do streams. So if I do say chat or during the stream or whatever, yeah, you know why. It's because I stream more than I make videos. Or at least make videos by recording them directly. You know, let me zoom out a little bit. Can I zoom out a little bit? Okay, I guess for whatever reason, the software is not cooperating, so I guess we'll just stay like this and pray that it's fine. So, yeah, 2025, I guess if I were to rate this like a Steam game, like this year in particular, I guess, like, in some regards it was definitely better than last year. It'd probably be like positive or something like that, very positive. What's the ratings again? I think it's something like overwhelmingly positive, very positive, positive, mixed, negative, mostly negative, overwhelmingly negative, or something like that. I probably would just be above mixed. I was going to say mixed initially, but I feel like so much has actually happened this year and I don't even realize it till now. So maybe I'll give this, like, kind of, like, review again at the end of the actual, whatchamacallit, the video. I was going to say stream, that's why I paused there for a minute. So, yeah, I guess let's just start with January and we'll feel our way through the year. And if I remember anything, I'll mention it. There's very obvious points of this year that I definitely need to bring up because, as I said, a lot of, like, good stuff has happened this year. That's probably why we've got the above mixed rating for this year. The rating as if it's like a Peggy 13. But no. So, yeah, off the top of my head, January kind of just starts, and it starts quietly. Like, there's not really anything of note when it comes to January. See, some of these months are probably going to be flying past, and then some I'm going to be talking a lot more on because it's, what is it? We have March, I think, April, yeah, I can mention April as well. May, June, maybe, yeah, then it'd be September, October, November, well, end of October for that case, and then it would be up to now. Anyway, sorry, again, I'm doing this kind of like all off script. Initially I had the idea, I was like, okay, I'm gonna write it all down, like, on this, like, copy that I have here. But I just decided, feck it, you know what, let's just record it anyway. There's no point in me just, like, mulling about it and then just never getting around to doing it. And also, I have to upload this tomorrow because I'm recording this the day before. So, yeah, in February, not really much happened either. Not that I can remember off the top of my head. Like, obviously, throughout this year, I've been streaming quite a bit, playing different games, doing different things. But I guess that's the whole point of me listing certain months, because in March... Now, what was the thing I was going to mention in March? I think I did highlight March, didn't I? No, I don't think I did. Let me think. January, February, March. Yeah, I'm just trying to think in the back of my head. I'm actually looking around my room as well to see if there's anything that would remind me of what's what. I guess in general, one thing I can say is, like, I do mention it on stream a lot, we're still trying to fight to get a move into a new house. But let's say the powers at play, for whatever reason, just don't want to transfer us. Even though, like, we literally gave them very specific documentation that should basically have almost guaranteed us a move. They just flat out just denied it. Like, I'm half convinced they didn't even read, like, half the stuff or whatever. So here's praying that in the new year, we'll finally get that notice that we can move, and hopefully we move into a better house and it's not just like a hastily move into a shittier house. Because I mean, I do say this house is crap sometimes, but I mean, it has its, like, charms. I guess main charm of me moving my bed out of my room and into my mom's room so I can actually sleep at night, and then moving it back in around March time. And of course this year I moved it back in, what was it, around November time, because I did do a big, like, move around of all the stuff in my room. That was this year, that's mad to think about. I did a move about of all the items in my room to see if it would help And like, to be fair, it might have, or maybe it was just the temperatures were just warmer than usual. But I did, like, I think last year I had to move in October, my bed into my mom's room. But this year was like November time, I believe. I think it was when I came back from my first England trip. I say first England, I mean, it's a bit controversial to say it like that. But yeah, the fact I still have to do that it's just telling. And like, I fight the mold in this house like so often that sometimes I just get tired. I know when I'm done this, I might actually go and continue to fight now. But there's just some parts of the house where it's like physically impossible. Like, especially the bathroom. They've just poorly designed it. And the attic, they told us it's good insulation, but I think they're just bullshitting out of their arse, but I just can't prove it. I mean, to be fair, I did find like white mold growing up there. So maybe that might be good proof. Because I have left the white mold thing up in the attic. I've just separated it from the other bits that we keep in the attic, because we usually keep our Christmas decorations up there. But anyway, back into it. So April, I don't know if I really alluded to this on stream, but I don't know if I'll be very specific on who passed, but another one of my family members, not in the house that I'm living in right now, they had passed this year, which was very sad to hear. And I think, what was it? There's another 2 people that passed. There was someone that used to be a neighbor of ours also passed, and one of my mates' close relatives also passed this year as well. I've realized since my own dad's passing, like a few years ago, like it's kind of like morbid when like you can actually start counting the amount of people that are just dying each year. Because like for me, it was literally like my dad passed one year. I don't think anyone close to me passed last year. And then this year, at least relative to me, because I've been to like 3 funerals this year. But that's also just weird to think about, like, you know, basically in the whole grand perspective of life and all that shit. Very morbid, very depressing. So I won't go on about that too much, but yeah, it was, as you can imagine, it was very sad. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not showing it in that sort of way, if I sound maybe sarcastic or monotone, whatever, but yeah. Yeah, so let's just move on to a bit more better things, because in May, what had happened was something that I thought was not physically possible. So let me see, what is the... Let's see, so it's September, so when was it? It was the start of September when I started streaming. So it'd be September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So yeah, what was it? I'm just trying to think, like, how do I say it? Basically, yeah, I finally hit affiliate on Twitch thanks to you guys. Some of you are probably watching from the Twitch side. Specifically you guys, thank you. No one else that's ever tuned in before. Specifically you guys that are watching this video as well. No, but seriously though, like, it's still mad to think about, because I think even that time as well, I usually don't stream on a Tuesday, but I streamed on a Tuesday because I just had to go over how insane it was that, like, I never thought we'd hit it. And this was before Twitch changed their requirements for affiliate, so that's still mad to me. To be fair though, if Twitch changed it any sooner, like, I probably would have hit affiliate sometime this year. Probably would have almost been guaranteed at that point. But it's just mad to think, like, when I look at my channel now, that I see, like, the subscribe button, well, more so the gift a sub button, oh, excuse me, and I have bits available and channel points and all that. It's just crazy, you know? Like I did joke with one of my viewers now, Mods, Lab, back before I hit affiliate. I was like, alright, if I hit affiliate, you'll get mod. Because I genuinely just thought, like, it wouldn't be a thing that would happen. So now I need to look at all my other, like, past promises. Maybe I said something about making nude calendars at 1 million, like Markiplier did, or something like that. Or, sorry, at a certain subscriber milestone on YouTube. Yeah, no, it's just mad. I guess we just keep going, you know? I think at some point this year, well, yeah, it would have been 6 months. Let's see. So it was near the end of April. So let's say May, June, July, August, September, October. So October was like the 6-month anniversary. This month will be the 8-month anniversary. So if you want, make sure to actually follow me on Twitch, because I will be gifting out subscriptions. This is a little teaser. I don't even know if I've told chat yet. But I'm planning to gift around like maybe 10 to 15 subs. We'll see how I feel that day. I know I'm meant to be going to America next year, which is another thing actually we should talk about when I'm finished with going through the calendar year of what's coming up next year. But yeah, I'll be gifting subs because it'll be a reduced subs weekend thing. So I'm like, I might just do it then and there. But that'll be after Christmas, because my Twitch affiliate anniversary, or month anniversary as we're calling it right now, is... hold on. Sorry, I was just resetting my model's position because I noticed it was starting to get off a little bit. But no, sorry, I was talking about the month-anniversary. It's the 28th of April when I believe I did the stream and hit the affiliate and stuff like that. I could be wrong. I might have to double check that because it could be 26th, 27th as well. Or one of those dates are not as well. But yeah, again, that's just a big thing that just happened this year in May is the fact that, like, I hit affiliate. And, and before then, I actually forgot, yeah, this was before then. Before that point, I'd finally fulfilled a New Year's resolution after all these years. I think other years, I always writ them down, but I never actually did much about them. But this year, I passed my, driving test. First time with only 2 mistakes. If I was tested again, though, I don't think I'd pass again so easily. But that is also a really mad thing to think about as well. Because the main reason I even started doing a lot more lessons and putting all the money into it was because of my dad passing. It was like, initially, like, we were meant to do driving lessons together, but he was very sheepish about it because he probably just didn't think he had, or was good enough to teach me, or was worried about the car, or just we couldn't get the time in. But then, of course, like, that was the catalyst, unfortunately, for him passing to make me want to learn more how to drive. And, well, literally, what was it like? I think I started, like, in 2024. So it was a year and nearly a half of me just doing driving lessons. But I finally got there in the end. I have a car, which actually is the next thing I was going to mention. And yeah, life is nice. Just touch wood now that I'll be able to handle next year with all the different car stuff coming up. Again, I'll probably mention that at the end of the video. Apologies, by the way, if I say a lot of stuff like that where I'm like, I'll mention it at the end of the video and I don't. If you ever get curious about anything, again, just tune into a stream. I also stream on YouTube and YouTube's like shorts feed as well. So subscribe to the channel if you want to ask me more questions about this video. Because I don't mind answering them live either, like. As long as I'm not like just trying to listen to Genshin dialogue or something like that. Anyway, June. So June is firstly my birthday. The 1st of June in particular. I don't think I'm ever going to hide that ever again because I've always talked about it anyway. But this year was a bit special because I had hit 25. And I'm using this phrase now, I haven't used this all year. But you're looking at someone that is a quarter of a century old. When you think about that, like in terms of the grand scheme of a century, like yeah, that is, wow. That's crazy to think about. But even just 25, I think it's a nice number as well. And honestly, so far at 25, it's been pretty nice. A few cool things has happened this year because of, well, after I became 25 and stuff like that. Not to say 24 was complete shit, but not as good as 25 so far anyway. I guess, no, I'll mention that later because that'll be later in the year. But yeah, sorry, I was going to say something about the car in June because in June, I think it was around the 15th to 17th, I actually got my very first car. And honestly, I genuinely couldn't have done it without my mom because my mom was also really helping me like save up for actually being able to get the car, get the insurance. And yeah, fun story though. I've probably told this on stream before. But within the first week, this nearly always happens in certain scenarios in my life, that something has to happen. But my first week with my car, the actual valve, I think I just might have broke the valve off the tire. To be fair, the tire must have been ancient. Like, I broke the valve off one of the tires whilst trying to fill it up with air. And the air just rushed out. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. First week in and I've already, like, lost a tire, essentially. I think, I mean, I might have replaced the tire. Actually, no, I don't think I have yet. But to be fair, I did make sure to get it fixed well after a while. Because the company of which I bought the car from, they weren't actually meant to come out and fix my tire for me. That wasn't their job. It was actually under the insurance job. But they had already, like, had my car in the workshop. So it's not like they could say, sorry, shoo. To be fair though, I'll never go back to their workshop because it's just too awkward to get to. And like last time I asked them for help when another tire had like a screw stuck in it, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll get to you like next month. It's like, I need this tire replaced now. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? But anyway, that again later in the year, maybe I'll tell the story, maybe I won't. If I don't, again, go to my streams and I can talk about it a bit more. But yeah, a few good stories to the car. It is very old. It's had a good few owners before me. I don't know if I'll mention the amount, but let's just say there's a good few owners that have had this car before me. So as much as it like is scary to think about. I think I'll be probably the last owner of my current car. I don't think anyone else would ever want to buy my car if they realize how many owners it's had before and the price point of which I bought the car, which again I won't disclose here in this video. But anyway, yeah, so June, that was May and June, back-to-back bangers, you know? July, I don't really think there's much to happen there. August, I say, would be the same. And I can't remember now. I think it was the start of September. Or was the end of September? Yeah, I think it was this. No, sorry, yeah, I think it was the end of September. I can't remember now. But basically, at the end of September, I had a goal to go and basically, like, I've had this goal for a few years now, to go over back to where I was born in the UK and visit family, and I actually finally did. Like, it felt like such an empowering moment to go on my own. And to be fair, the flight was only like 30 like there and back, so it's hard to refuse. But it was just mad to think that I actually finally like went abroad on my own, and I'm back here in one piece, or came back in one piece. Yeah, again, there's not really much I can really mention of it, because again, it was more of a personal family trip kind of thing. Like I say, family trip, family visiting kind of trip. But it was good to see so much of basically my another side of my family, because some family members I have over in the UK like literally have not seen me in like 20 odd years. Like when we initially moved over to Ireland for again personal reasons that I won't mention here. It was a very noble reason for initially why my dad wanted us to move over to Ireland, like, and at least we have family over here as well, so that's another plus, like. But yeah, September. See, the reason I think it was at the end of September, because I think I went back to work then for like basically a week or something like that, and then I went straight into October, which was my first time being called for jury duty. And if you don't know what jury duty is, essentially it's where you have to basically sit in a courtroom amongst a good, basically randomly selected people as well among the jury. And you oversee trials and help decide the verdict of the trials, ask for different bits and listen in, and basically just give your opinion and weigh in on all of it. And Jesus, did we not know it was going to last us basically the entire month of October. So for a whole month, I was getting paid my work wages for not even going to work, and I didn't even have to mark it as like holiday time off, which is kind of mad when you think about that. I know some of us were kind of joking as well, saying like, imagine like if they just kept going, because I know one jury member in particular worked for a certain company. And they said, yeah, after like we hit this period of time, like we won't, our office kind of just closes for like the rest of the year. They're like, oh, imagine we just kept going for a few more months, basically till the Christmas break. But no, we didn't go that long, obviously. And to be fair, like I think like it was enough. Like, at least with jury duty, we weren't paid fuel allowance, unfortunately, but we were paid, like, food and refreshments, essentially. When I say refreshments, it's mainly just water. But, I mean, I can't complain. It was basically hotel-quality food. Well, later on in the food choices, because at first the hotel was literally just feeding us slop. And then the next day, they were just overfeeding us with too much shit that nobody wanted to actually eat. And then the next day, like, I swear one of the days, I genuinely got just a kid's meal. I just got, like, chips, I sprinkled a little salt on them, and a nice big burger beside it. And honestly, that was banger enough for me, honestly. I was happy enough with that. But, like, in all seriousness, though, when it comes to being on a jury as a jury duty member, it's very heavily taxing on yourself in the moment when you finally come down to it, because like it was basically, just to say what it was without saying too much, it was a criminal kind of case that I was on, and I am allowed to say this, by the way, just in case you're wondering. And at the very end, we had to make a verdict. And yeah, it's very hard because you've seen basically the accused for the entire time you're there. And like at the very end, it's very daunting and stressful because you have to make a decision against another person, whether they are going to just sit behind bars for X amount of years, they're going to pay a fine up to a certain amount, or if they just get to go free, you know? But anyway, after that, went back to work, and yeah, it was only like a day's worth of conversation, and then we moved on from there. I'm glad we did, though, because I didn't really want to linger on it too long. But yeah, November, that was also an interesting time, because I just remembered that, I don't know how I almost forgot that. At the end of November, so basically I did what did I do? I went to the UK for a trip, family visits, and it was basically a week. It was just shy of a week, I think it was. Then I was in work for a good... Oh, no, yeah, actually, yeah, I went to that and then I went into jury duty. So basically, I was back in, I think, for roughly a week. I might be getting my timeline wrong, but obviously you can correct me in the comments or on stream. Then jury duty for the month, then came back for another 3 weeks to work, and I was off another week for another holiday trip that me and a mate wanted to do for a long time. And because it was doable, because it was within Ireland, we went to Belfast, which is a part of Northern Ireland. So again, I'm just going to do a little bit of a lower down on this whole thing, just in case people are confused. They're like, wait, what do you mean Northern Ireland? Ireland, the island, consists of both the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The Republic of Ireland is basically it's a free state. It's like we're our own republic, as in the title of the name. And then there's Northern Ireland, which is actually a part of the United Kingdom. And the UK obviously comprises of Wales, Scotland, England, and Northern Ireland themselves. So it can get a bit confusing, but basically, like if you look up on Google Maps, it says like that basically Northern Ireland is like UK. It doesn't actually say it's Ireland, because it is technically under the kingdom of like the United Kingdom. Anyway, and that's why it was handy for us though, because Northern Ireland doesn't have a hard border like most countries would into each other. It was literally just like Irish people and Northern Irish people are able to just flow in and out as much as they want, which is very handy. And obviously residents of the UK as well. That's why there's a lot of people that go up just buying booze, buying cigarettes, and so on and so forth. And yeah, it was great crack. I actually brought my my suitcase I haven't used since I've flown to America, I don't think. I used that. I brought it with me. And like, obviously it was very light at first, but then coming back, oh, yeah. Anyway, I would talk more about Belfast here, but I have a stream up on the channel, like the VOD, if you want to go check that out on this channel. And I need to do a part 2 to that soon. I don't know if I'll get to that this year or next year, but I think I've come nearly to the end of like all the different stuff in Belfast. I have all the pictures organized, because last time I didn't show the pictures. This next stream I should be showing all the pictures and then finishing off that tier list with what I remember that I actually had. Yeah, little to say, as I definitely enjoyed myself. Spent a good like amount of money, to be honest. I spent a good 700 quid. I mean, to be fair, it was like I needed to like take another break. I know, so soon after I'm going on 2 holidays to UK per year. Oh, woe is me. But no, like, I mean, even chat on Twitch will tell you, like, it's just, I was gloating about how much booze I just had. And yes, for anyone watching, I did drink them all for myself. I did not sell them to anyone else. You know, I actually still have another bottle I might try. I don't know, I have another bottle as a gift, but I don't know if I'm going to gift that to someone or just drink it, because it's not really a good bottle. And plus, I don't have booze in the house right now. I'm actually 1 day sober, which is very weird. But anyway, yeah, the Belfast trip, and then before I knew it, it was December. 3 weeks at work. Well, not even 3 weeks. It was basically like 2.5 nearly, because basically just a few days there ago on Thursday, I'm recording this on Sunday, I got a message from my vice manager essentially, and they said to me, oh yeah, we're going to be closing early this year, so just have a good New Year's or Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, Joe. I was like, oh, cheers, thank you. You know, like, I can't get over like how happy I was that day because I genuinely was so happy, because we were just done with the shopping. And like, I just get that message like, oh yay, yippee, I'm finished sooner. But I do know in the new year, if I do actually try to get a new job, I probably won't be as lucky to get like 2 weeks off at Christmas, like going forward. So you know what? I'm gonna enjoy these 2 weeks as best I can, do as much as I can, and just try and chill a bit more. I have been trying to slow down. So yeah, even my voice, I'm starting to try and slow down now. Just in general, because there's no real reason for me to rush, like, you know? Like, even in the morning, I notice how much I rush my morning routine. I still get everything done and I do it right. But I've just noticed, well, sure, slow it down a little bit there, Joe. Let's just slow it down. Yeah, so, obviously as of this video, coming up to Christmas, then there's the Twitch channel's affiliate month-anniversary, sorry. Then after that, I'm hoping to do, it's not confirmed yet, but I'm hoping to do the 12-hour stream on New Year's Eve. But I won't be streaming to midnight my time. I will just be streaming for 12 hours, and then every hour or two we'll celebrate a new, a new country passing into the new year. Sorry, I also wanted to write down something on my shopping list. Party poppers, that's it. I was trying to think if I was missing anything from the shopping list, because I'm going to go shopping hopefully tomorrow. As I said, no booze in the house! Nah, it's not just booze. I do have like a gift card that I need to use up, and I think shopping would be the best way to do it. To get a few bits and bobs. Yeah, I also started gardening a little bit as well, because again, as I said, now that I'm off for 2 weeks, I can do different bits. So I've started to tidy up the garden. Hopefully I can kill off all this, a certain plant we put, and it's just growing everywhere. I'm like, no, okay, look, we have to kill this shit off. We can't keep it here anymore. But yeah, so speaking of next year, let's first talk about New Year's resolutions, because I think I still have it in this somewhere. Never mind, I don't think I do. Huh. I generally thought I would have had it in here. Let me just scroll through for a little bit. But basically, off the top of my head, one of the things on my, whatchamacallit, one of my New Year's resolutions was to drive. Like, to get my driver's license. And I'm happy to say I can actually finally just tick that off. The other two, though, like, I know one of them was, whatchamacallit, it was actually to start swimming lessons, and I just never did. Just as simple as that, I never did. Yeah, I don't think I did write it down, no. So I'll just go with what I have here. Oh no, it is. It says New Year's resolutions 2025. Which with a driving license, I can tick that off and say yes. So, I mean, to be fair, actually I completely forgot about this as well in March. But one of the things I actually set out to do this year as well was to leave my job. And I did technically do it. I could tick that off on the New Year's resolutions as well. But I just could not handle the workplace. I was in a very bad mindset. And like the work was just not worth the payment. Like the actual CEO of the company that I was going to be working for is actually a right prick. Because they don't really like pay their staff well. And they were also like a person that was also like wanting to stop their staff being paid like COVID payments during COVID-19, and they're like they want them back in the workplace as soon as possible. So that's just pure greed. It doesn't matter anyway. I know I'm probably going to work for a shit company in the future anyway, but just thought I'd mention that as well. So yeah, I did leave my job, but then I went back to it. So let's see. Let me write this down here as a new thing. So New Year's resolutions, and we're right in big bold 2026. So, I'll rewrite start swimming lessons. That's one. And then the next one, leave current job. And you know what the third one we'll write down is get a girlfriend. Just go harp back onto the, what was that video? I think it was the 2015 to my future self video I made where I was like, I hope you have a girlfriend. It's like, well, 10 years later and I still don't. 10 years later, I'm still a virgin. Lol. Is it weird for someone as old as me now to be saying virgin? I don't know. Yeah, mainly it's just going to be those two. I feel like I'm probably jinxing myself saying this now. I think I will actually leave the current job one. I think I will get that ticked off at the very least. Because I think I've mentioned this on stream so many times before, but my contract's going to end. And technically I can get it extended for another 3 years, but I don't want to. Like, to put it bluntly, like, I had like friends in my workplace that I still see now, but I don't think they like me anymore. And I'm very awkward around them now. So I think I really do, like, not even just for the more pay and more work hours, just for the fact of leaving for personal reasons. I don't feel as close to my friends as I used to. Like, I could be completely wrong, and maybe I'm just all inside my head. But sure, look, and again, it's better off anyway that I get another job, because hopefully then, if I do get a job that I actually like, and I can excel in, and I can actually get paid more in, you know, that could open up more opportunities in the future, you know? That is the hope anyway, that is the dream. Hopefully by 30 anyway, I'll have a wife, I'll have a house, and I'll have a kid as well. Not in that exact order though, maybe we'll... No, I don't really like the traditional kind of values, I guess, but I mean, I might hit some of them, but I'm not going to hold myself to hit some of them. But sure, look at virgin till 30, so maybe it won't happen. But yeah, so that's the New Year's resolutions. Let me start talking that about quickly, because I realize we're, Jesus, half an hour into this recording. So next year, hopefully we'll have a bit of a resurgence with Sherry Albert's story. No guarantees though. Basically right now, I'm not really writing a lot, but I say that, but watch me now in the next like hour start saying to myself, you know what, let's add a line to like volume 5 and see where we go from there. So hopefully we'll continue that. I'll be doing a bit more in my writing endeavors next year for sure anyway. As I was mentioning earlier, I alluded to that the car would have more stuff that needs done. Everything for my car was not like due this year, it was actually due next year. So I'm just reading it there as like NCT, service the car, which of course, or not of course, but at least with servicing the car, that's in January, so not too far away, excuse me. The insurance will finally be out, so I have to get that sorted by then. My tax also runs out near the same time. And yeah. Also, next year is when I'll be planning to go on a holiday to America, hopefully. I'm not going to say much of the details here, because it's more of like... It's more of just find out on stream and see how it goes, you know? I'm definitely not trying to peddle you all into the stream, I swear. And yeah, so next year, hopefully those bits happen and hopefully we keep on chucking. Because as I've mentioned, hopefully Sherry Albert's story comes back. I'd say I'll still be streaming next year. I mean, to be fair though, if I do move house, which, I mean, might be possible, I don't know. Never say never. I hope that if we do move though, that we still have Wi-Fi that's as good as it can be. Because if we don't, then that's going to completely, like, fuck me over completely. Like, no need to mince my words here. Because if I can't stream, then that's, like, a lot of my life just gone. But again, that could also be an interesting period of my life. Even if it's just for, like, a month or something like that where we don't have good internet and we can swap over to a different provider somehow within a month. Or we wait for the provider we were getting when we go to new house, for example, and, like, they say they'll upgrade it and that needs time to upgrade it. That would also be interesting, because then... in advance, I think what I would do is I just like look at the VODs that I have downloaded on onto my I have like a 2TB hard drive for storing a lot of VODs in higher quality. Or the quality they were streamed in / when I used to record VODs as well, live. I could basically just go backlogging them and just try to make as many videos as I can within that time. And I think that would be an instant period of time because, like, I'm like, damn, yeah, I can't really stream, so I guess I'm just doing this again. It'd basically be me, like, going back to, like, 2021, 2022 times when, like, I wouldn't stream as much, but then I'd make, like, I'm still making videos as much, like. Unfortunately, I never can really balance it as even nowadays. It's definitely more so, like, I'm, like, 95% streamer, 5% YouTuber / VTuber still, like. But yeah, that's it. I need to go to Lou, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Anyway, happy 13th birthday to this channel. Soon, happy month-anniversary to the Twitch channel. And thank you again all so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the stream, or maybe hopefully in the next video. Where, to be honest, the next video, if it's like recorded like this, probably won't be for a while. Hopefully, touch wood. Goodbye.